convince Octavia to disband the circle. Gently, you take the Archduke's daughter by the hand and beg her to hear you out. With great patience and insistence, you tell Octavia that she has underestimated the danger that looms over her guests and herself. Ever since the Empire was founded, reenactment of any rituals of extinct races has been considered a sign of revolt against the crown. And worse yet, the Circle seeks to reach La Tahri, to flee the Empire, and to circumvent the worldly and divine law. If the powers that we ever learn about this, they will have no mercy. Not even Octavia's noble birth will save the Circle from what will come next. The Circle of La Tahri has already been reported and is about to be dispersed, and you cannot stop it. Either you will disperse it yourself, or the Secret Chancellor will take it upon themselves. Octavia will come to no harm no matter what, but many other members of your society will be taken away, regardless of their noble rank or birth. Octavia is focused on you as you speak, her thoughts a mystery behind her dark green eyes. When you finish, she remains silent for a while, perfectly composed as befits a lady of her rank, the trembling of her thin lips the only hint of any inner torment. Michael, I have no choice but to admit that you are right. But why now? Of all times, so be it. My gentle judge, you leave me no other choice. She turned gracefully to face the people in the hall and raised her hand to call for their attention. Circle of La Tahri, there will be no mystery tonight. Our meeting will have to end before its time, and there will never be another. I am your leader, and I demand that you forget forever everything that has happened within these walls. That is my word and my will. Leave this place, never to return. The guests exchange confused glances. They begin taking off their La Tahri masks and robes. You now recognize many of them as the offsprings of respectable noble families residing in Anizoti. Octavia, meanwhile, turns to you. This is enough, I hope. Congratulations, you've just ended a dangerous plot against the Empire itself. As for me, I will continue on my own. I no longer need the other as much as I did at first. Octavia cuts her speech short. She looks at you intently. But this is only my concern and my responsibility. Farewell, Michael. It will be a long while before we meet again. I have much to do on my own. You report to Elborn the morning after that. His concerns were well founded. A group of young nobles had founded a secret society that sought to reenact the rituals of long extinct races, but you convinced them to end the dangerous practices. Wisely done, Brante. Far better than taking on every powerful noble family at once. We'd never have been able to punish them all. But you managed to disperse their so-called circle. At the very least, the common folk will now see that we aren't going to let younger nobles break the law. The age of equality under the law still remains distant, but thanks to you, justice has taken one step forward in Anisotia. You cannot help but think of Octavia and those who followed her. They dared to reject the nature, lot, and birth in an attempt to become something else entirely. But in the Empire, there is no something else. As for Octavia himself, she has disappeared from your life with a foreseeable future. She seems to have vanished from the social circles of Anizoti since that night. The Archon has never been one to share her plans with you. Your encounters with her have ended as abruptly as they had begun. Commoner sees power again. Manipulation is better. Rumors are running wild in Mizotti. People say that a mysterious clandestine society called the Last Straw holds the entirety of the city's seedy underbelly in its clutches, with men and safe houses all over Anizotti, plotting and scheming against the nobles and the rulers of the province. Their leader is a woman, a ruthless criminal by the name of Sophia. She has evaded all attempts at capture. The common people both fear the last straw and sympathize with their cause. If the rumors are true, the city finally has someone who will stop at nothing to help the people claim their rights. But who would support this secret organization, and how did the insurgents manage to survive this long? No one in the city knows the answers. Magistrate Verman must assuage the people's fears once again. The vile mutineers and heretics who call themselves the last straw will be caught and executed very soon, and anyone who has given them money and shelter will meet the same fate. The secret chancellery will make sure of that. But even facing a manhunt, the last straw still endures. Slowly but surely, the influence of this underground organization is spreading throughout the city. Well, for Macro is less. Struggle for power is more. It's higher. And order is less. Unrest. You are in the middle of ascending the city hall's long curved marble staircase. A small man beneath the building's towering vault. You were suddenly visited that night by messengers from Magistrate Verman. They insisted the reason was most urgent. You already expected upstairs. There is a deafening silence in the lavishly decorated corridors. Your footsteps, the only noise you can hear. Finally, you enter the spacious room that is the office of Liverman, a stately official of considerable age. You find him sitting in his comfortable chair of carved wood. He acknowledges your presence with a nod. However, the magistrate is not alone. By the window of the office stands a tall Arcanian. The cape of the Imperial Legion covers his shoulders. He is Dorius Autumn, the commander of Magra, in the flesh. He does not even bother to turn around and look at you. The magistrate gestures to you formally, beckoning you closer. Judge Brante, you have come at last. Sir Autumn has been eagerly waiting your arrival. You see, the commander has learned about the litigation being prepared against him at the prefecture. He demanded that an end be put to these machinations at once, and I humbly offered him my assistance. Slowly, Autumn turns to face you. He eyes you with cold contempt. Brante, you again. So, you've been chosen to oversee the so-called case against me. I don't envy you. I will be brief. I will not stand idly by in the face of slander and baseless accusations. Give me your word of honor as a nobleman that you will do everything in your power to put a stop to this litigation. Only then will you be free to live. I will treat any other answer as an insult against my noble lineage. And let it be known that Sir Elverman holds many positions, such as the chairman's seat at the Court of the Honor, which means that any insult will be soon followed by legitimate duel of honor. I'm sure you know, fool, well how others have fared in duels against me. Autumn turns toward the window before you say anything, as if your answer has already been heard. Magistrate Verman watches Otten and you silently with a mysterious smirk. You stand before the two lords of the city. A young man only recently noble by the mantle. Any word that leaves your lips now will affect your fate. So you can give Otten your word. You swear an oath to the Archnian. You will do everything you can to keep. You will do everything you can to keep this case from progressing. Or we can retaliate against Otten. You stand your ground against the Archnian's threat and force him to back down. Seek Sorel Verman's protection, we cannot. And put Otten at ease, we cannot as well. So make your choice wisely.